And then higher education, which I'm really excited about, is a little bit of a consumer's manifesto to really try to help them. I'll say I'd like to help them commoditize college. And in that, I don't mean devalue. I mean, think about how you would buy a car or how you would hire someone to do some work on your house. Here's an example I use in the book. A couple of years ago, I needed some painting done on my house, and I have a 3-story home, so I wasn't going to do it. So I put out a couple bids, a couple of people I knew, a couple of people who had been referred to me, and I ended up getting 4 bids back for this job. They were in order, ascending order: $4,200, $4,800, $5,250, and $17,500. Right. So not for an instant did I think that the guy who was going to charge me $17,500 to paint my home, did I think he was going to do that much better?
Right.
I actually even called him. I said, hey, because he and I had never met. This was just a referral bid. I'm just doing this as a favor to you. Like, you're not within $10,000 of the next closest bid. I didn't want the whole house painted, right? Yeah, we were clear. I just needed the flashing and the shutters or whatever. It's like, no. I gave you the bid for the job you asked for. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. And ended up going with a $4,800 guy who was phenomenal, and paint still looks good and everything else. So,
right.
But there's something in college, and only in college, that is still exists, where the highest priced school, there's some allure to it, right? I think it's University of Southern California at the time of this call. It's 80,000. They've got to be better, right? Nowhere else would you think that.
Right.
So higher education is a deconstruction of the thought process, or lack thereof, of the college search. It's a little bit behavioral economics. It's really not a long book. So if you're not in love with how dry this sounds so far, it's a really quick book. But it just brings some things to light. And that's my goal there, is to equip parents not only to learn more about the college process, but Tony Robbins says that the quality of your life is in direct proportion to the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Mm-hmm. And so that's a big thing for me, is just to pitch them a bunch of different questions and to get them thinking a little bit differently about the process. And so that'll be available on Amazon and just probably on my site at College Funding Planners. But yeah, higher education. So if you're going to hire education to do a job, what's it going to be? So
exactly.
One of the chapters details how to create an RFP. How do you create a request for proposal,
mm-hmm.
to put your own bids out to colleges? So instead of going to colleges like, please let me in, mm-hmm. you slide that RFP across the table and say, if you guys can do this for me, I'll apply here. Mm. And just change that whole dynamic. And as soon as you take that, what I call the consumer's advantage, it changes everything.
Wow, that's great. I think the title is really clever, higher education.